run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About this time, take a photograph. Run it back like you told the friends. Run it back when I told the run. I'll be back like another van. Ultra, ultra, ultra fast. I ain't with the boat to dash. Run it back like running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Not the act. And run it back, you see how I act. Nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key. Running back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that, like that, like that. Told her might be right back, right back, right back. Oh yes, like that, like that, like that. I told her might be right back, right back, right back.
Run it back, run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Run it back, run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that, double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it, run it, run it back. Run it back, run it, run it, run it back. Run it back, run it, run it, run it back. Run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack in the truck with expired tag. Punch the gas, run into the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
Run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back. Run it back, I got the devil in my eye, doing God's work. I got the devil in my eye, doing God's work. I got the devil in my eye, doing God's work. I got the devil in my eye.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football, as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson to the 43, second down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Ready.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Ritter now. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Ritter. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Still going. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Jackson. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
A gain of 3. It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Throwing is Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change, when all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. Ritter back to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard after the 49. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Go red. Blaster, stick. Steal, black.
On third down, Robinson. And some room to work. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Down. Blue striker.
On play action, here's Ritter. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Second down and a run by Robinson. 20, down to the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now Jackson on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Ravens hit 3-7 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Jackson. And this one's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On third down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well,
oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds, ending a great return that gets him all the way to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here we go.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
The 2nd down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Ravens 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Jackson now. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Matthew Butler. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got his line back out of the backfield. And he will have the Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First down now with that clock rolling. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 7. To throw is Jackson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws. And that's another one right there.
They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
Second down and 4.
Strike. Check. Strike.
Robinson on a give right side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Jackson to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football, led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Black shot.
On 3rd and 1, it's Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are able to widen their advantage. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jackson options out left. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Ritter's throw brought in by Austin. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Austin, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start out here with the option left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. On second down, Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs.
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
22 yards. First down, Falcons.
Robinson up the middle. 134 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Ritter now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Marlon Humphrey on the covering.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Look at the big fella go. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. They'll roll him out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Williams to return. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Hey, officer, right? Yo.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, report.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And down to the 41. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
144 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Ready.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Now it's Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.